The mystery of the Great Pyramid has been unraveled. Have you been wondering if aliens were involved in the erection of the Great Pyramids of Giza? Or are you also perplexed as to how these pyramids, which were constructed to last forever, have successfully accomplished all for which it was intended to be used? We will explain who contributed to the Pyramid of Giza's current greatness and how they did it. Please like this video if you've always been interested in learning this historical secret. You must have heard the popular idea of the construction of the Great Pyramid from your history teacher in school. To build Giza, hundreds of ancient Egyptians transported enormous pieces of granite and limestone. A great story indeed. Watch this video for the real story of how the pyramids of Giza were built. The pharaohs of Egypt believed that they would live forever as gods. They built temples to the gods and enormous pyramid tombs for themselves as preparations for the afterlife, each containing everything a monarch would require to govern and survive in the afterlife. Pharaoh Khufu started construction on the first Giza pyramid, which happened to be the tallest building on Earth. It was constructed by mankind over the course of more than 3,800 years from 2 to 3 million stone blocks that were joined with such precision that a human hair could not travel between the adjacent pieces. Impressive! In addition, the Great Pyramid's original covering of highly polished limestone caused it to reflect light and glow like a star. The light was so intense that even the moon could see it. Sadly, an earthquake that took place in the 14th century destroyed the casing stones. Only our imaginations can capture how lovely that must have been. The pyramid's interior passageways went both up and down, which made it unusual, in contrast to other pyramids. What else distinguishes it? The only 8-sided pyramid in Egypt is this one. It pointed to the pole star Alpha Draconis and lined up with the stars in Orion's belt. In terms of true north, it is the construction that is most precisely aligned ever made. It is precisely in the middle of our planet's landmass. Only 2 locations on Earth have the most land-spanning parallels and meridian intersections. One of them is submerged in the Azure Sea. The Great Pyramid is located in the other one. What a fantastic location for construction. It certainly is historic. All of this demonstrates the level of talent required to construct it. There have been different theories as to how these constructions took place, from the aliens theory to Noah's theory to levitations. What exactly is the truth? Let's unfold it for you. For centuries, it was a puzzle that has now been solved. In order to build Pharaoh Khufu's tomb in 2600 BC, the Egyptians had to transport 2 5-ton blocks of limestone and granite 500 miles. New evidence has been found to explain how they did this. The pyramids were built with no expense spared by the pharaohs. To oversee the construction, they hired the top architects and engineers of the day. Of course, they hired an army of slaves to carry the heavy stones instead of doing the labor themselves. To get the limestone to the construction site, they had to haul 1,700 tons of it. Why did they succeed? The riddle has been solved thanks to a 45-year-old papyrus scroll discovered in the Red Sea port of Wadi al-Yarf. It turned out to be the Mirror's diary, which was kept in the 27th year of Pharaoh and Khufu's rule. Mirror was the manager of a group of elite workers. The diary, which was more of a logbook, detailed every aspect of the Great Pyramid's building that we did not previously know. This priceless archaeological evidence reveals that workers shipped limestone in wooden boats from Turu to Giza. The everyday routines of the workers over the period of several months, as they were preoccupied with transportation, were depicted in hieroglyphic letters in the mirror. To divert water from the Nile and route it to the pyramid using man-made canals, they first had to alter the landscape. Following that, they began moving limestone blocks from Tura downstream to the building site. It took around 3 days to travel. Where did the clever waterworks system go is now the question. It couldn't have vanished completely without leaving any trace. That is accurate. Where the central canal flowed, beneath the Giza Plateau, archaeologists claim to have discovered proof of it. Additionally, there are 7 boat holes found all around Khufu's pyramid, 2 to the west and east of it, 2 between the Queen's pyramids, and 1 next to the mortuary temple. In addition, archaeologists discover ceremonial vessels. They provide a clear account of how the ship was built. The Great Pyramid's riddle is no longer a mystery to you. You see, one of the wonders of the ancient world was not built by aliens, but rather by laborious laborers using limestone and wooden boats. If this video has taught you something, please click the like button. Additionally, be sure to follow our channel to stay up to date. We're sending you even more incredible tales. When we return, we'll cover more intriguing subjects and tales.